We are in live.
Good morning, dear participants. Good morning, dear participants. Again, a happy morning. It was unfortunate that yesterday we had some technical problem. I'd like to share some information about our resource trainer today. As you know, Mr. Abdul Latif sir, he is speaking from a state called Kerala. That state is, it is a big rainy season now actually. And there is a big monsoon took place. It is in the seashore of Arabian Sea actually. So that is the reason yesterday there were some problems in the networking. And today, hopefully, Abdul Latif sir came out with the different solutions. So there won't be any interaction. We are hopefully today. And today, our Abdul Latif sir planned to extend his session for about half an hour to 40 minutes because he want to start from where he left yesterday. And with that, he'll be coming out with the digital transformation in the entrepreneurship era. With this, I'm handing over the session to dear Abdul Latif sir. Now the session is yours, sir. Sir, you can unmute your mic, sir. Mr. Abdul, now it is okay, sir.
Okay. So my screen is okay, Rajkumar?
Yeah, it is okay, sir.
Okay.
You can proceed.
Good morning. Okay. Good morning, students. Sorry for the trouble which has been there yesterday. I am really apologetic for the problem which has caused. Actually, there was some technical issue due to rainy season and intermittent current connection which is happening, which occurred due to the rainy season, and I am really apologetic for the trouble which has caused you students yesterday. I hope that today we will be extending our session up to 3 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours. So I will be starting from where I have stopped yesterday. We have been discussing yesterday about entrepreneurship opportunities. So I will be starting from the place where I stopped. It's called Fivefold Business Opportunities in Africa. So we said yesterday that Africa's real GDP, which grew at around annual rate of 5.4% in 2000 to 2010, which has been reduced in the last quarter from 2010 to 2020 due to some issues which occurred like Arab Spring for the sub-Saharan area and the collapse of oil prices in Nigerian belt and all. So we were looking for a poised growth in the African region. According to World Bank, our estimate for the world's top 10 fastest growing economy in the world, 6 were in Africa, with Ghana at the top ranking. And secondly, in the world's 2019 doing of business index, 5 of the 10 most improved countries for World Bank's index of doing business was in Africa. So yesterday we said something about due to the intermittent net connection and current problem, we couldn't explain it yesterday. The total early stage entrepreneurial activity, top 10 countries with highest percentage of adults who are either starting a business or have it to run for less than 3.5 years. The first country is Nigeria and Zambia. And the third country is Malawi. In this list, we can find that out of the 10 countries which is listed here by American think tank institute called Brookings Institute, we can find that total early stage entrepreneurial activity, the top 10 countries in the total globe with highest percentage of adults who are either starting a business or choosing business as a career option. Fortunately, One of the country where I'm speaking today is Zambia. And the second country which I'm speaking today is Malawi. So 39.9% of the total population think of entrepreneurship in Zambia as a career option in the beginning of their career journey. And 28.1% of the people in Malawi think of entrepreneurship as a starting point. But we should think a very big important point here, that the percentage of population's demographic divide, maximum people who think of entrepreneurship as a career option in African countries like Nigeria, Zambia, Ghana, and so forth and so forth are women. Women are more especially thinking of entrepreneurship as a career option due to the demographic, psychographic, and the sociological issues which happens in these countries. So the global female entrepreneurship percentage of female adults who are either a nascent entrepreneur or an owner manager of a new business, we can find that 40.7% of the population, total population of Nigeria and Zambia, and the country which I'm speaking today, Malawi, 27.3% of total female, global female index, we can say that these 40.7 in Zambia and 27.9 people in woman population in Malawi are thinking of entrepreneurship as a career option. And the best country in Africa regarding getting off the ground for starting and initiating an entrepreneurship journey is Uganda, 36.1%, whereas the country which we are speaking today, Zambia, is around 16.6, and Malawi is also not in a bad stage, it's 12%. But one more important thing what we have to think is that, as I told you yesterday, in entrepreneurship journey, any entrepreneur who starts a business and want to be successful, if we want to make a remark in his side, we have to think that this entrepreneurship journey should have a firm ground within at least 18 months of starting a journey. So we can see that discontinuation of business, unfortunately, the top highest discontinuation stage, what we can see is that in Malawi, it's around 30.2%. And in Zambia, it is around 19.8%. I'll be sharing these slides at the end of the program or end of my session, so that you can take it as a reference for your the business students, business management students, and marketing students who are studying in St. Kitts and John Baptist universities in respected countries can take this as a reference, or you can take it as a reference of note, so that you can make a startup, a opportunity, an entrepreneurial business plan. And next thing, the fearless entrepreneurs. We have to think, as there are, yesterday I said, there are two types of entrepreneurial journey. One is called a calculated risk journey, and next one is called uncalculated risk journey. So that calculated risk journey means that will be thinking of new companies. Sorry, calculated risk journey, we will be thinking of established companies. Established companies, before iterating or rolling out a product, they will be thinking many times of how to roll that product, what will be the percentage of people who accept that product, what are the stuff which we have to think. So there will be risk managers in this company who will be calculating based on many mathematical models, so that we can find out whether this product is going to get the limelight of the day. Because as an entrepreneur who worked in many companies and who have connections with many companies, I can say that out of Procter & Gamble, Unilever, so types of FMCG companies, 98% of the products which they produce will never be successful. You should note that point very clearly. 98% of the products which they brought or have been brought or are in the process of bringing that to the market will not be succeeded at all. So they are banking on totally 1 or 2% of the products to become a leader in the market. So fear of failure is that's called a calculated risk, and the next one is called uncalculated risk. Uncalculated risk in the such that we introduce a product, like father introduces his son, and he thinks that my son is the best son in the world. So as an entrepreneur, he thinks that his product is the best product in the world. But as Muhammad Ali Clay said, you will never get the feeling of boxing after you enter the ring and you get a punch in the face. After you get a punch in the face, or you will understand that these are the problems which you are going to face in the market. So fear of failure, there are two types. One is called calculated failure, and next one is called uncalculated failure. Unfortunately, percentage of adults with positive fortunately, percentage of adults with positive perceived opportunities who indicate that the fear of failure would prevent them from setting up a business in Malawi and Zambia, it is 15%. So people have a tendency or have a taste of flavor of entrepreneurship in such a way that entrepreneurship activities can be successfully enthralled. Okay, next thing what you want to understand is that all you need is confidence. So the level of confidence in countries, percentage of adults who see good opportunities to start a firm in the area where they live. It is fortunately in Zambia, it is 77%, and in Malawi, it is 79%. And the perceived capacities, that is the percentage of adults who believe that they have the required skills and the knowledge to start a business. Fortunately, it is a very high ranking in Malawi, it's around 89%, and in Zambia, it's not a low figure, which is 80%. So we can, yesterday, as I told you, there are three types of entrepreneurial activity. One is called a vulnerable activity, next one is called a stable activity, and next one is called emerging activity. We can say that African economy or the continent can be divided into three stages. So the current population in Africa is around 1.2 billion people. In the country which I'm speaking, it's more than that, it's around 1.35 billion. So 1.2 billion people is projected to reach to 1.7 billion by 2030, that is within 10 years. So more than 80% of African population growth over the next few decades will occur in cities, making it the fast urbanizing region in the world. So entrepreneurs have a great chance to succeed in this fast pacing economy because, as I told you yesterday, Africa has abundant unexplored natural resources which can be used for entrepreneurial journey. At the same time, incomes are rising across much of the continent, generating new business opportunities in the consumer market. We expect annual spending in African consumers and business to reach to 6.6 trillion by 2020. Now, what is the stage now? It is around 4 trillion in 2015. So it will be roughly right now, before Corona, we can only say that in before Corona stage, but that is by beginning of 2020, it will be around 4.5 trillion or such. So the economy is the entrepreneurial areas where we can succeed are in food, beverages, pharmaceuticals, financial services, healthcare, and education. So what are the areas which we can focus on? One is called food, next is beverages, pharmaceuticals, financial services, healthcare, and education. I'm again saying one is food, next one is beverage. So we can take it as FMCG. Next one is pharmaceuticals. Because I know one company from India which is called Cipla. Cipla is world's largest generic medicine provider. So their biggest market is Africa. Financial services, we know, as I told you yesterday, a company called Airtel in India have brought their payment, digital payment, prior to implementing that in India, in Africa, through Airtel Kenya and many Airtel Pay, Easy Pay methods. Healthcare has a big benefit, a big area, because as I know, medical tourism is an emerging area in India. Why? Because majority of the population who doesn't have cheap, best medical facility in across the globe comes to India. So medical tourism is a big opportunity. That's the reason why companies, or sorry, hospital chains in India are right now leveraging or trying a feasible study to set up a hospital chains in Africa, African countries, so that these people can avail their services there. And education, as I told you, education has a big opportunity in African countries. So an African industrial revolution is underway as manufacture ramp up production of everything. So industrialization, in the sense that industrialization is not the industrialization which we are talking in 1940s. Now industrialization means the next session will be based on that digital transformation. So the transformation of industries is happening in the digital format in Africa. Why I am speaking digital transformation is that when we speak of digital transformation, the main benefit is that people can set up a world-class infrastructure and company based on some technologies which is accessible, very cheap, and very easily. And there are many important opportunities in manufacturing, and Africa is one of the next manufacturing centers as industry shift away from China to lower cost regions. That also can be reiterated in this way, because Chinese people are very clever that so that those people have set up their industries in Africa, and Indians are also leveraging some spaces in this sector so that both countries can be flourished together. So the ongoing revolution among industries without smokestacks. You understand what you mean by smokestacks? So smokestack means that the industries which doesn't harm the ecological balance of your environment. That's called a smokestack. That's called a smokestack. So you get me. So which doesn't harm the ecological balance of the country is called a smokestack. So America is the world's largest emitter of carbon dioxide in the world right now. I can say a comedy. It's a joke that chicken produces more methane than the maximum produced methane, CO2, more than CO2 emissions which comes out of the industries. But due to digital transformations benefit, the main positive side of what we can think right now is that the industries such as tourism, agro industry, and some information and communication technology based services think of Africa as a main point for their business flourishment. So traditional marketing like that, exportability, higher productivity, higher labor intensity doesn't need in unsmokestack industries such as tourism, agro industries, and some information and communication industry. So Africa is pushing close to fill their infrastructure gap. So as we know, a country which, if it needed to flourish in a big way, it needs to improve its infrastructure. For example, unfortunately, that is not a bad thing, because in India, we are developing, we are poised to become the third largest economy by 2050. And we are in the top 10 economies right now. Then also, millions of people are right now doesn't have access to clean water and electricity grid. Out of 1.2 billion people in Africa, 600 million people doesn't have access to electricity grid now. We can say that 600 million can be 500 million now. But as you students should think of innovative ideas to fill this gap, so that by utilizing natural resources such as wind, tidal energy, and other types of forms of energy, so that these continents, or rather Africa's lack of access to electricity grid problem can be reduced. I know from a state in Kerala, in India, we know from a state in India called Tamil Nadu. And there are some other states in southern part of India and eastern part of India. And some parts of western parts of India have implemented huge amount of wind tidal energy right now. Why they implemented huge amount of tidal energy is that tidal energy can be compensated, can be driven from the nature, and can be compensated for the lack of electricity grid, electricity availability in the country. So we can, as an entrepreneur, we should not be guilty of the problems what we have. We should not think that, oh, my country is like this, my state is like this, my continent is like this. I am why if I have born in America, it would have been better. Don't think it in that way, because Americans also have problem, Europeans also problem, Indians also have problem. Everyone in this world has a problem. So the problem, the magnitude of the problem, and the veracity of the problem, and the effect of the problem is different in different continents. That is the only thing what we want to think of. So 600 men, 600 as an entrepreneur, what you should think, that there is a business opportunity for me for a 600 million consumer or 600 million customer. You get me? So 600 million is my customer base. If a entrepreneur is trying to start a business for electricity power generation. Unfortunately, this streaming, I'm not getting any chat live, so that what you say, I'm not able to understand what you people feel about what I say. But we will be having a discussion at the end of this session after 1 hour, so that before starting my other session of digital transformation, so that we can come to know something. And Africa's annual investment in infrastructure has doubled to around 80 billion US dollars in the beginning of the century. But we are looking for quantum leap in this infrastructure building up in the near future. Then, one of the best given asset by God Almighty to African economy is their agriculture and resource wealth. You know, the best cattle herd, best agile people, best innovative methodologies which comes out of the world right now, and the best we can say soil to cultivate something is in Africa. You people have abundant resources. I have seen a movie called Blood Diamond. You people also have been seen that movie. In that movie, we can say the sad side of exploitation by other people. We as entrepreneurial thriving community of the next generation should think of innovative ideas to explore and untap the resources which you have, which is bestowed upon you by God Almighty. In that picture, you people have abundant opportunity, exciting growth opportunities for business. For example, in oil and gas, Nigerian belt. Africa is rich in unexplored high potential regions, and it has unfortunately it has unmet demand energy. Okay, fine, that's not a problem. But you people have the resources. You people have the resources to tap and use it in a proper way. That's the reason why countries like India and China and other countries come to Africa to explore the unexplored areas to grow with you. We Indians come to a country and have a potential partnership with other African states so that both countries can flourish by using the gift which is given by God. So we estimate that the domestic market in Africa will grow by 9% a year. Why 9% a year? Because Africa has a population of 1.2 billion and the young population in that is around 60%. By which time the continent could use up to 70% of its own gas. So that we can think of renewable energy sources also. Because you know Elon Musk, an entrepreneur which is celebrated after Bill Gates, after Steve Jobs on a big way. He's been celebrated. Why? Because he's being celebrated due to only one reason. And that reason is that he had thought of an innovative process which never harm the economy, never harm the energy balance, which never harm the nature balance, and which never harm the other ecological factors which thinks of other ecological factors which harm the ecosystem of human being living in the continent. That is called renewable energy. He thought of running a car using battery. So we also people of the newer generation in both countries, the young generation who is listening to me and who is having a chatting interaction with me should think of exploring entrepreneurship per se. If you want to scale up, you should think of entrepreneurship journeys without exploiting the natural resources. When we give, for example, I can say to you, Pepsi, or rather PepsiCo, has bottling facility, manufacturing facility, and production facility in India. But they give us an advertisement. In that advertisement, it is clearly said, for every 1 liter which they extract from our land, they replenish 5 liters to the land. Means for every 5 liters which they give, they take 1 liter. This should be the motto of entrepreneurs if we want to succeed, and we should have a commitment to the ecology and to the people who live there. Okay. So Africa has 54 countries in total. 54 countries we have. Out of that 54 countries, out of that 54 countries, Nigeria has nearly 190 million people. Ethiopia, Egypt has over 90 million people each. And most African nations has population below 20 million. So likewise, 9 countries make up 3/4 of African GDP. Only 9 countries. And in 2030, 3 countries will represent almost half of the household consumption on the continent. That will be first will be Nigeria 20%, Egypt will be 17%, and South Africa will be 11%. Okay. Many smaller countries, however, are growing quickly and increasing their share of continental GDP and consumption. We hope that Malawi and Zambia will be of this sort of countries because you people have suffered a lot due to some ethnic conflicts and some other issues which happened in your both countries. So that we pray to God and we be just wise and judicious so that this never happen in the future. Because you people also have many big opportunities and good what we can say resources to tap in and become a successful country. We expect East Africa and Francophone in the sense that the countries which were invaded by France and those people who speak French language as the second language and first language I think it is second language, are Central and West Africa to increase their share in overall consumption. So as I told you before, 9 countries make up 3/4 of African GDP. In 2030, 3 countries will represent almost half of the household consumption. Nigeria 20%, Egypt 17%, and South Africa it will be 11%. So this will be one of the slides which you can use for your presentations. As I told you before, there are 3 types of economies which we can distinguish. One is called stable growers. Next one is called vulnerable growers, and next one is called slow growers. Stable growers are these economies or those economies which relatively are less dependent on resources for growth. That's the reason why I told you before that entrepreneurs who are thinking of changing the ecosystem, or who are thinking of new generation companies, should think of making their economy stable growing economy. You get me? You should think of making that economy as a stable growing economy. Vulnerable growing economies are those economies which depend around 90% on the natural resources. That is petroleum, natural gas, such as so that and so forth. Countries such as Angola, Nigeria are heavily dependent on resource exports. Other countries such as Democratic Republic of Congo face security or governance challenges. I hope it is being completed, or it is being in the positive stage right now. I was very excited when I heard that Nobel Prize was given to a president in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, I think so, last year or the year before. So we were very happy because as Indians, you people have understood how to resolve the conflict in a beautiful way, and we were very excited to hear about Wangari Maathai. Wangari Maathai was an extraordinary gentlewoman. She had a Nobel Prize, and I read about her story about the commitment to the ecology by planting around 10 million trees in her entire career. And her story has been fascinating. And I used to read many folklores and many stories from African diaspora, so that we can understand uh, how your people agonize with pain, and how you people are ready to sacrifice to come to the positive side of life. And there are slow growers such as Libya, Tunisia, Arab due to and I know from my minimum research that you countries like Malawi and Zambia are not in that category. So, how to win in Africa? How to win in Africa? So, winning in Africa is altogether a different ballgame. So, Africa's successful firms differ widely in their geographic and sector focus. What they have in common is the imagination, see the continent's unmet needs and opportunities of entrepreneurship. How to win in Africa? That's a very big question. So, as I told you, in countries where you have natural resources on a large scale, you can succeed by using that natural resources and by other methods also. For example, the richest person in Africa is called is from Nigeria, and his company is called Dangote Industries, which manufacture commodities. And we know why he became successful is that he have devised a shock-proof manufacturing model using vertical integration of the supply chain, on-site power generation, robust engagement of resources, and good engagement and good rapport with the government and internal manufacturing academy. So if you want to solve entrepreneurs who are ready to solve problems and innovate to meet Africa's unmet needs, you have tremendous opportunity of growth. So in the session, we will be discussing about 14 business ideas with strong profit potential in Africa. These are 14 ideas which I'm going to discuss, and I'll be discussing at the end of the slide 9 business who are successful or who are going to be successful in Malawi and Zambia. So one of the business idea is electric motorbike. Why? We discussed that Africa has a large infrastructure gap. So vehicles such as cars, SUVs, MUVs, and other category vehicles will not have access to every nook and corner of the total land. So one of the best business idea what I can say to you is electric motorbike. Next one is housing market. So before jumping into this one, I can tell you the successful model which is being implemented abroad, away from Africa. Electrical motorbike is Indonesia. Indonesian companies have one company called Gojek. I don't know whether I'm correcting spelling it right or wrong. Gojek. That company has created a $1 billion asset valuation company. 1 billion valuation, asset valuation company within a span of 1 year. Not 1 year, sorry, 3 years. So electrical motorbike and has a big opportunity. In Thailand also it is being successful. In Thailand also it is successful, and in Indonesia it is also successful. But in India, they tried, but that business model is not working because Indians have very big tendency for going in either tuk-tuk, a three-wheeled bicycle, tuk-tuk, which is called a tuk-tuk across, we say it is auto rickshaw, but across the globe, apart from India, it is said a tuk-tuk. And electric motorbike has not been successful here. So, but you people have a big opportunity. Apart from the infrastructure electrical grid problem, if you people are coming with an innovative idea of charging the electric vehicle, it is a good idea. Next one is housing market. Housing market is that people doesn't have 25% annum appreciation in real estate is happening in Kenya. Why? Because housing market, because disposable income and the income of the middle community of the total society, if it becomes high than the older community, definitely those people will be thinking of nuclear families, and these people will be thinking of living differently or separately. The housing market has a big opportunity. Next one is garbage disposal. Garbage disposal has big opportunity in Africa. It is not in Africa, it is everywhere. I have read that an entrepreneur in India has created a $5 million company from garbage by producing electricity from garbage. I myself has been a consultant to an waste disposal company which was incubated under NASCOM, NASCOM's elite startups for based on IoT, that is in Internet of Things and other stuffs. So that that company didn't be successful because the business partners whom I have consulted were thinking of monetizing it on a very fast pace. But if we think it was a slow process, garbage disposal and garbage collection, these types of stuff has a large, what you can say, large opportunity in your continent, and especially in both of the countries. Next one is called a battery recycling. As I told you, You people have abundant natural resource in the forms of tidal energy and solar energy. So solar energy in industry has provided electricity to millions of households in Africa. I hope that in John Baptist and Eugene University, you people have solar panels and stuff like that. Prominent companies in this industry are EM Copa Solar, PEG Africa, Lumos Global, Zola Electric, to name a few. These types of companies, you have a big opportunity. So battery recycling is an opportunity. Why? Because you can use it for appliances such as light, bulbs, torch, mobile phone chargers, radio, and even digital television. You get me? Recycling of systems, battery, it has been said that lead to an environmental disaster. So battery recycling, proper disposal. And I know from many world's shipping industries are dumping their old ships in Africa so that they can, in the process that they can use it for other methods. And efficient maintenance and repair and operation industry. Africa doesn't produce much of the inputs needed to manufacture at scale. So we have an opportunity here that we can be a repair and maintenance overhaul industry of the total globe, so that we can provide, we as you people have large amount of youth in those countries who can be trained very easily, because you people are very intelligent and your people are very adaptable to scale, so that maintenance and repair operation industry has a big opportunity here. Next one is tourism related business. Tourism related business has a big opportunity in Africa. It has a big opportunity in Africa. So it can bring, because countries like Kenya, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, I have no much idea that how much tourism has flourished in your country, but Zambia has, it can bring many opportunities, because I know that from my experience that Ethiopia has rebranded their airline industry and they have brought new fleets to their repertoire, to their entree, so that they can be a hub for America to Asian countries through Africa. So they started an economic corridor in that way through air. Ethiopian Airlines. So we understood that because some people, my friends, are working there. Then you can be an add value to local commodities, so that you can produce, as one of faculty who have taken a session prior before to me on Friday, I hope so, that people have started like in the sense that those people have were exploring the unexplored models there. And he was saying that how an entrepreneur should be, and how an entrepreneur, by tapping the natural resources, he should be able to what you can say to produce stuff which is manufactured from a natural product, and which will be rebranded or branded on a large scale and sold it outside. I can give you an example. Take a banana and make a juice. You will get a kilo of banana for 5 Malawian dollars or Zambian currency, and you can sell it for 150 as a juice. That example I have seen in the video before. You can become a supplier to Chinese companies in Africa, and you can become a supplier to Indian companies in Africa. There are estimated 10,000 Chinese owned business in Africa, and there are estimated around 5,000 business owners, Indian owned business in Africa also. Because I know one company called Karturi. They are the world's largest rose manufacturers in the world. They have 100,000 hectares of cultivated rose in what you can say in Africa, in Kenya. Then export around 20 to 35 million US dollars rose per year. And you should not underestimate the rural middle class. Consumers, goods, and companies shouldn't underestimate the purchasing power of rural areas. That is, rural economy is also thriving. And next big thing you can uh, think of is education services, because online education has a big scope. You know, companies like EDUMI, Coursera, and Harvard University's EDX. Those types of companies have tapped, are in the process of tapping unmet people who doesn't have the financial capacity to complete a full course, be inducted to these universities using this program. I hope that is universities in St. Eugene and Coursera, they have an offer right now for due to this COVID scenario, that university students of African countries and Asian countries can avail their degree courses, their certificate courses, which cost around $100 to $500 for free for a limited time. So you people can avail those offer now. And next is street hawkers will be converted to powerful marketing activators. Don't take it in a negative sense, because different African business models simply can't scale without boots on the ground, because online internet penetration is increasing, but it has not been increased to a saturated level. So we need marketing activators. So students of Eugene University and St. Baptist University should think of a career at the beginning of the stage as salespeople. Because I tell you, I give you an advice that the world's best profession, what you can take at the beginning of your career, is sales. So that when you go to, I'll give you an example. See, I met a manager from Hindustan Unilever, which is a subsidiary of Unilever company, who have passed from a prestigious university, a business school in India. He said that he was deputed as senior sales associate after he's been inducted into Unilever as a marketing manager, as sales process senior representative of sales process in eastern Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is the heartland of India, and that is nearby to the what you can say Nepal border. Nepal is a country which is nearby to India, which is a very small country. We have a cordial relation with this country. Nepal is the only Hindu dominated country in the world right now. So he said that when he went to Eastern UP, he thought that by what you can say, by his educational credentials, that he can leverage them. But when he went there, he understood different the different set of ball game. In the sense that what you study from college cannot be emulated as such without any prior experience on the ground. So you people should think of building up a career profession in sales before jumping into other activities. So business people and the economics people, I say. Then another one thing what I can refer to you is intra-country tourism. That means a person from Malawi can visit Nigeria. A person from Nigeria can visit Zambia. A person from sub-Saharan area like Libya, Tunisia, Egypt can visit your areas. People can visit sub-Saharan areas. So we have 54 countries in total. Since 54 countries have domestic travel opportunities, and tours are underrated. Your tours and positions are underrated till now. Tourism space is poorly managed. There are a vast number of people across the market segments who can afford, who can hardly afford out of each countries for holidays, breaks, and sightseeing. So you people should think of innovative ideas to bring communities together in the continent itself. That is one of the ideas, one of the insights what I can deliver you. Then manufacturing of matches, that is also a possibility. Okay, now we will come to the last session of yesterday's point. That is Malawian startups and Zambian startups. I have selected some startups from Malawi and Zambia who are very successful in their entrepreneurial journey, which is to watch. So intelligent monitoring systems have been around for some times and innovate. That's called IMOSIS. You can see the photo. This is the photo of that company. I know that people who listen to me or people who see me right now will be watching, will be knowing, will be accustomed to that. So intelligent monitoring systems has been around for some time as an innovative company that is pushing technology and engineering to the extreme by developing Internet of Things and AI for Malawian market, so that they come with a solar powered water kiosk called ITAP, which allow people across the country access using smart card. So as I told you before, we have a pain problem. Now, what is the pain problem? We have a pain problem called water access. Okay, and there are two types of water, right? One is called contaminated water. Next one is called non-drinkable water and drinkable water. We can categorize into two. So due to the natural resources what we have, and due to an opportunity this entrepreneur has find out, his name is Mayamiko Nukuloma. I'm sorry if I have pronounced it wrong, because sometimes the pronunciation in local dialect and English dialect will be having difference. I apologize it prior to spelling it. Mayamiko Nukuloma. Mayamiko Nukuloma. This person has come with a solar water powered kiosk, which allows people using the technology. So what is his technology? He used IoT, that is Internet of Things, to connect to the system using sensors, and he connected it to an AI based machine so that he understood what types of people come, what type of water we get, what type of water can be, what kind of water in different seasons can be received as contaminated water, clean water. So artificial intelligence is being a big use there, and so he brought a business model there. And this guy, why I selected this guy is he got an award from the United Nations in the ITU International Telecommunication Union Conference in 2017, and he have got many expression of interest from several investors in the Malawian Investment Forum in 2018. Okay, this is the photo of the company. Next one is called a Noble Agritech. This is an agriculture technology company which does, as I told you before, soil test, farm design, planning, agriculture system automation, irrigation setup, and agriculture consultancy. See the beauty of it. Because he understood that there is a pain point there. He understood that there is a business model which needs to be envisioned, or which can be, what you can say, which can be explored on a large scale. So he teamed up with to start an agri-tech company that automates systems for horticulture and farmers in Malawi. And in 2018, this young chap has been designed irrigation systems, aquaponics. I'll explain you what is aquaponics. Aquaponics is a method by which you can cultivate agriculture without soil. Aquaponics, yeah, aquaponics is there. Hydroponics is there. Aquaponics and hydroponics install greenhouses for farmers across the country. They have a lot of potential and opportunity to grow very fast in the country. They relies on agriculture. See, he understood that agriculture is the lifeline of a country. He understood that there is a pain problem in that agriculture. He understood that these are the various areas where you have a pain problem. One is field soil test, farm design, planning of agriculture systems, automation of the systems, irrigation setup, and what you can say, sale of the produce. And next one is called Basket Malawi. I was very fascinated by reading this company's success, because this company is It's a company which has an e-commerce platform, but doesn't have a website. They sell everything using WhatsApp. They sell everything because in India, Facebook company has understood that WhatsApp is a big business potential. Is a big business potential for Indian consumers to deal their stuff. So they have invested in a company called Meesho. So that this company, what they do, Meesho, is that Meesho, I'll show you that company's, I'll show you that company's website. Now this is the company. Look here. You can start your business from home with zero investment. So you get the link from here. After getting the link, Facebook has invested in this company. So every sale can be see. That is around 12 million US dollars of income has been generated. Around 10 million products, roughly 9 million products has been sold, and 5,000 towns has been covered. What you want to do is you browse, share, and sell your products using WhatsApp. See, look here, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. This is the same business model which is copied by this company, but not on a large scale like this company called Meesho. And I tell you, this company success story, 50% of entrepreneurs who do business on Meesho are women. You get me? 50% of the, and some women entrepreneurs earn around, you can say roughly $1,000 per month using this thing. So what this company, Basket Malawi does. This company doesn't have a website. This is the company. So what they does is, see, this area I want to show to you. So they do every transaction using what? Using only WhatsApp. This company have created a business model using this thing. That's the reason why I shared my screen, and I'm going to show you this. And their customer service, their experience, everything has been shown in this way. I know that you people who are listening to me will be knowing about this company. And next one is Visa Equity Partners. As I told you, Africa has a huge opportunity in what you can say in finance. So their options are limited to banks, family, friends, and microfinance institutions, and so forth and so forth. And that this is called a Fuanto app. So Fuanto means it's improved a lot of their. So Fuanto is an app which shows the location of an event. This is the step. It's called Loma Code Technologies, which shows you, tell you every event which is going on in major Malawian cities. That is Blantyre, Lilongwe, Zomba, Muzuzu, Salima, Mangochi, Nakata Bay, Likoma Island. This area, they will show you every event, and they have a rating of around 4.8. This is an opportunity because youth population is very high. You people can use this as a good as a tool which can be, because they understood the pain point, which is youth. They are accustomed. The next one is called a TNE app. TNE is also a sort of tourism app. Next one is Uber like riding app, which is called EcoRide. And the last one is Quasar Arts. Okay, this is this comes to, I'll give you a session in this, I'll complete this. So then what are the 9 traits a successful entrepreneur you should have to develop yourself? One is motivation. Next one is creativity, persuasiveness, vision, versatility, risk tolerance, flexibility, and decisiveness, decision-awareness, collaboration. And these are the 9 things which should be there as a trait for searching for an economic opportunity. Over to you, Anthony, sir. Before coming to the next session, if people have any doubts, any things to discuss, I will be happy to discuss it with them right now. Rajkumar.
Dear participants, yesterday we left some of the topics, so our presenter did now. Next session will be start.
If you have any doubts regarding this session, I'll appreciate I can answer it right now.
Dear participants, if you have the question, please shoot out your questions in the chat box. The resource person ready to answer your questions. Mr. Latif,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
you proceed your second session, sir. We can ask the questions and final.
Okay. So no. Okay, fine. So can I disconnect for 5 minutes and come again?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I'll come within 2 minutes. Hello.
Okay, sir.
No, otherwise you do one thing, Rajkumar. Don't disconnect. You can disconnect the students. We will be in chat so that I can take my slide and we will start again.
Okay, sir. Dear participants, if you have any queries, just type in your chat box. We will discuss in the final of the next presentation.
Kindly hold on. Rajkumar sir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's okay now. The today's session was clear, right?
Yes,
There
it's
was no
clear.
technical issue. Okay, there was no
No,
technical
no
issue.
technical issues.
Okay, thank
Yes.
God, thank God. Yesterday we suffered a lot. You had your breakfast? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You had your breakfast?
Yes, sir. Get ready for that presentation.
Okay, we can start.
Yes, please proceed.
Okay, so now I will be discussing about the digital transformation in sales management. Digital transformation which can be used in sales process. Digital transformation which can be used in many processes so that we can bring our business to an agile model. So I'll be discussing about it from this to 1.5 hours which come. So you have seen this, the speed of change. What is there right now in front of us? The speed of change by which the companies have changed their business model, have changed the technology landscape, have changed everything. See, starting from analog technology to the digital technology, to the internet technology, to the social technology, and to the mobile technology. Okay, we have very big speed of change. This is called a digital transformation technology, what we are going to discuss today. So companies who started in the industrial revolution area, that is 1940 time, we are thinking of telegram, telex as such for the business opportunities. And in 1970s and 1975, 80s as such, you have digital technology in countries, developed countries, extremely developed countries like United States and Britain. And this technology has been flourished for a long time, and it has been brought to a standstill. So not standstill, it has been flourished in many countries. By beginning in India, we can say it has been done by 1990s, and Africa, we can say after 2000s, digital technology has come. In 1969, internet technology was in a nascent stage in US because they took the research methodology from defense activities in a pedagogy called DARPA, and they took it from DARPA, and they have envisioned a program to connect between different nuclear bunkers. And that technology, when they transferred to universities, and universities used it as such, and that universities used that technology to connect to different companies, It has to different companies, to different states, to different countries. It has become an international network, and it was envisioned under International Telecommunication Union under aegis of UN, and it has become internet. So the speed of change, you can say, from analog to digital, it took around 60 years. From digital to internet, it took around 30 years. From internet to social, it took around 15 years. From social to mobile technology, it took around 5 years. Now from mobile to wearable technology is going to take 2 years. This is the speed of change by which digital transformation is happening right now across the globe. I hope you understood. Analog to digital technology, what happened? Analog to digital technology, it took how many years? 60 years. From digital to internet, it took 30 years. From internet to social, it took 7.5 years. From social to mobile, it took only 5 years. From mobile to, you can say, from mobile to wearable devices, it is going to take only 2 years. So, we are in a stage called internet, that is from 19, you can say 95 to 2020. It's a boy or a gentleman who has born in 1990 to 1995. You can say generation Z. This category boy is called an internet boy. So we are in digital kindergarten. So we, as Ray Kurzweil said, we won't experience 100 years of progress in the 21st century. It will be more like 20,000 years of progress at today's rate. You get me the point? We won't experience 100 years of progress in the 21st century. It will be like 20,000 years of progress at today's rate. That is the magnanimity of technological explosion which is happening. After ending this session, I'll give you some technologies by which you can have a digital transformation. So we won't experience 100 years of progress. In the 21st, we will be experiencing 20,000 years of progress at today's rate. So can you see what is this? This is an gear which you can connect on your face called augmented reality gear, which is introduced or what you can say, which is devised by a company called Oculus, acquired by Facebook. Now, Facebook is investing a lot on this technology so that next generation of shopping will be of this sort. Previously in marketing, I'll tell you in sales, why we are discussing about sales is that prior to in first form of marketing, it was done by, you can say, by firing an explosion and putting up a sound, then hitting on a drum, then going by sending it using parrots like messages, then newspapers, so on and so forth. Now it is the social era where you cannot experience a stuff. For example, if you want to buy a, what you can say, buy a shirt or a trouser or a leggings or a skirt or a short top, these types of things you cannot experience before in online. So what they did is that they created an augmented reality session where they will take your photo and that photo will be incorporated into this system, and this system will artificially make a model of you, and they will test dresses and you can experience it on yourself. This is the form of technology which is happening right now, to experience, to what you can say, to experience, to get the experience of using a product without purchasing a product. This is the latest form of technology in the world. So you can what you can say, you can experience these types of technology using short method like card box. Samsung's cardboard is there. I can show you its photo. This is a type of gear which you can use. But Samsung has, unfortunately, I am not able to get the image of that. Samsung has a card box type image, the type box which we can use for virtual reality viewing. And India, it costs around 450 to 1,000 rupees. Rupees in the sense that you can say 1,000 rupees in the sense that $20. Those sort of thing. So after that, so how we are going to explain about where all digital transformation has happened. Digital transformation has already happened in news coverage. You know, Facebook, you can get Facebook Live. You can watch that same stuff using Facebook Watch Party. You can use it in Snapchat. You can use it in, you can say YouTube. You can use it in many things. So the digital transformation has already been happened in news coverage. Digital transformation has already happened in education. Digital transformation has already happened in sports. Digital transformation has already happened in shopping. Digital transformation has already happened in courtroom, because I can tell you an example now. In India, due to this corona pandemic, all the court proceedings are right now happening on an app and on a software called Zoom. This software. All the stuff is happening right now using this software. All the court proceedings is happening using Zoom. Entertainment, you know, there are many companies like Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu, and Netflix is right now creating series in African diaspora because entertainment has come to a new paradigm called OTT, over the air technology, over the television counter. You can say it in many paradigms. So entertainment has come. Therapy, that is medical therapy using medical imaging, X-ray imaging, teleconsultation, medical consultation. Right now, it has been happened in sales also. So what are the areas where digital transformation has happened? Digital transformation has happened in news coverage, has happened in education, has happened in sports, has happened in shopping, has happened in courtroom, has happened in entertainment, has happened in therapy, and has happened in sales. So our lives change. Look at this. Look at this image. Prior to in 1990s, students were playing in this way. But right now, people are playing in using mobile phones and stuff. So according to CEO of Accenture, digital is the main reason just over half of the companies on the Fortune 500 have disappeared since the year 2000. You can see, I'll tell you a story about a Bible story, which we can very easily get accustomed. David and Goliath. David and Goliath. So in this, we can say about big companies and small companies. We can explain David as small companies who are innovative, who are fast, who are ready to adapt, who are agile, who are have a vision, who can implement a product at a very fast speed, and who are Goliath are the main big corporations. From Bible, we can understand that Goliath has been defeated by using by David, King David, using a spade and a stone. The same technique has been taken by the small innovative companies of the recent era, so that these companies can thrash the larger companies. You can understand, like, what is the valuation of this company Zoom? It is combined of United Airlines and American major 3 airlines. Capital valuation is less than this company's valuation right now, which is a video conferencing company. You understood? So Zoom Corporation or Zoom, that company's product has a market capitalization of $47 billion. That same company's capitalization is 3 companies' total capitalizations more. That is the major 3 airlines of United States of America. Why? Because they have adopted digital transformation to their kitty. They understood the pain point of the consumer. They understood what are the needs of the consumer in the present era. They understood what can be done in order to solve the problem. And when there is a product in the market, they understood because Zoom's founder has been working in a company called WebEx. WebEx is a part of Cisco. He understood that how Cisco has negligibly marginalized WebEx for conference activities, and that activities has come to his head. You get me? So that is why, because why I'm saying so, because digital is the main reason just over half of the companies on the Fortune 500 has disappeared. Why? Because they are not ready to adapt. They are not ready to adapt. Business change is imminent. See, we can explain. 1995, music, photography, and video rental was the largest capacity. Virgin Music, you can understand Virgin Music, Virgin Labels were the largest company. 2010, it has transferred from music, photography, and video rental to print media, TV, and travel and human resource. In 2015, it has again changed to retail, healthcare, automotive, education, telecom, food, FMCG, banking, and insurance. In 2020, altogether the ball set has been changed. All safe havens, every haven from 1995 till 2020, that is 25 years, every industry has been attacked by digital transformation. So you, as a person, if you are not ready to get into this haven, you will be in a trap. So digital transformation is a necessity. It is not a luxury. See the look, music was digitally transformed starting from 1995. Photography, like you understand the example of Kodak. You can understand the example of Kodak. Kodak. Where is the company now? The company has been a history. It's obsolete because they were not adapt. Video rental. You can understand VHS cassettes, CDs, DVDs. Where are they now? Print media. They have been attacked by digital newspapers. Washington Post, which was acquired by Amazon. Why? Because paper sale was negligible. TV, it is attacked by digital transformation. Now, right now in Kerala, we have a channel here called 24/7. A channel. They incorporated augmented reality to the news portfolio, so that the people can understand when there was a latest issue. There was a there was an issue from what you can say, issue in between India and China, a minor land border issue, which resolved right now successfully. That same stuff was seen in the TV using augmented reality. They were showing us that, okay, this is the area where Chinese people have encroached you. This is the area where our soldiers have laid to rest. They were martyred. This is the area where we fought back. This is the area where we are going to catch the again from. Everything was shown to us in augmented reality format. See the experiential learning we are getting using digital transformation. We don't have to get out of the room. We don't want to go to Kashmir. We don't want to go to that area. We don't want to experience anything, but we can know everything for sure inside our living room. Travel, digital transformation has happened. Why? Because every ticket papers were, everything was issued in paper. Okay. Now you don't have to visit. I know a terminal in Singapore, Changi's T3, where there is no staff. There is no staff at all. You go there, take your mobile phone, show to the screen, you will get the PNR number, put it there, it will be incorporated, show your passport to the screen, it will be saved, put your baggage, go rest, go to the plane. There is no staff at all. Human resource, the other area, because everything is right now, you cannot judge anything on biased format. Why I'm saying so is that I'm right now, my company exam summary is in the process of creating a tool in that format. You get me? My company exam summary is in the process of trying to start a tool in that format. You get me? So human resource, because right now before we were writing everything in paper, we were judging everything biased on format, judging everything based on biased format. Right now, everything in performance management, recruitment procedure, sales management, everything can be incorporated into digital using, as we put up in the previous slide, artificial intelligence and smart technologies. We can incorporate everything. You get me? From 2015, we understood that retail, healthcare, automotive. See automotive, Tesla. Tesla is an example of digital transformation. Tesla has understood that by 2030 or 2050, we cannot live in this world as the world which we are seeing right now due to carbon emission. So they found out that there is a pain point. They found out that if this technology has been we will be incorporating. What happened? We can put it there. So they stuffed everything into automotive. They brought a battery car. That's automotive. Education. I'll show you a company in India. I'll show you a company. This is the famous company in India. This one. This company. That transformed education in a big phase. This company's valuation right now is $10 billion. They have 5 crore. That means 50 million registered users. They have 50 million registered users. They have access to 50,000 videos. They have test quizzes because they tied up, because when they saw the potential, a conglomerate like Disney has tied up with this company to bring business forward. And this is the founder of the company, this guy. He was a mathematics teacher. He understood how this thing can be used, digital transformation. This thing can be used, digital transformation. In food, I'll show you another company, which is called this thing. He used a digital transformation. This company. He used it. Okay, he used geofencing, geotagging. He used digital transformation in a big way. You get me? So in bank, I don't want to explain much because Africa has large of potential and Africa has large of technologies which has been already tested there. We can say in Africa, banking. See, look here, real time. Airtel Africa has brought it. Western Union, cross-border money in India and Africa. First of all, they brought it in Africa. Now they have brought it where? In India. So we will again go to this thing. The digital transformation. If you want to study digital transformation, this is the book we should take it as a Bible. This book, Digital Transformation, a model to market digital disruption. Okay, digital transformation, top of the hype cycle. Look here, trigger. You can see inflated expectations, plateau of productivity, slope of enlightenment, thought of disillusionment. Now it is in the inflated expectation stage. So digital transformation is there at the hype cycle. Is there at the hype cycle. Is there at the area where you can. Everyone is right now looking for a transformation in this field. Look the Google search volume for digital transformation. How you can look the search volume is that you go to a software called Google and search there Google Trends. From this trend, change here. Malawi. I have taken right now Malawi. Now we will push there. Digital transformation. No problem. In Malawi, you don't have that much. Okay, we will see that in India. Look here. The plateau of searches which is happening. See. So this is the method by which you can search for digital transformation. And we can understand, we will be explaining about each companies. Uber, Airbnb, and Tesla. What was the digital transformation which happened to Uber? Why Uber became a successful company? See, I'll give you a story. When Uber CEO went to France and he booked a taxi service, he understood that how arrogant these people were, how union people were harassing them. So he understood the pain point, and that pain point was cleared using the present infrastructure in the market by the help of digital transformation. So the normal cars were re-envisioned to a different business model using digital. What about Airbnb? Same house, same homestay, same small hotels, same unrated rooms were transferred or transformed to a different ball game. What about Tesla? Same stuff, the car technology, the car which is run in the present in the market, same thing has been changed to what? An electrical car. So what happened in this is that this is the importance of it. Disruptors play a totally different game because they are invited for appetite of venture capital. They will be having a global scale. They will be digital by default. Every stuff which they do will be using digital. Every stuff which they do will be using digital. Amazon, world's richest person, Jeff Bezos, his company is totally digital. There is no physical infrastructure, some buildings. His darling is this product. This is the stuff by which he make 90% of his money. AWS. This is the foundation or the stepping stone for digital right now. What is happening in the world? Next one is Netflix. You know what digital, because I don't have to explain much. You people in Africa will be more intelligent than me in using Netflix and Hulu. Another one is Hulu. This platform, I think so you have heard of this thing. Hulu. And now in India, we have another firm called Hotstar. See, every films has been released on this one, Hotstar. Every serials, everything has been released on this. In India, we have another one more. This company. Entertainment is an area where you do it a very big way. And next one is called this one. This one. This thing. These are the techno, in digital transformation apart from Netflix. And in India, apart from Airbnb, this is the company which copied their model and became very successful. I know in Africa also they have. I don't know whether they have in Malawi. No. No, there it's not there. No, they don't have it. This is the company very famous in India. No, you don't have. Okay, so we will come again to examples. I'm showing you the examples in the such that you university students will come to know the different types of companies which can be studied for your base research. So think what the impact will be for you. This is a reality. 65% of the jobs today won't exist in 2020. 65%. I say after Corona, you can say to me that 80% of the jobs which happened or which is running right now is not going, my dear friends, to be there by 2025. The hot job, new job in Silicon Valley. Okay, we can say as a joke, it's robots assistant. See this robot is helping everyone to put labels. Salesperson. How are we going to do the sales? Okay. This is the example what we want to explain. Customer is going to self-service. Company is going to do everything using inbound. Competitor will be using new tools. So I'll explain each and every one. Company inbound. Inbound means every sale process which is happening in the company is going to be inbound. All outbound sales process will be done by the automation procedure of the tools. So competitors analysis will be done by tools. Companies, okay, competitor, how can we analyze the competitor? We can study that using some tools. If you want to analyze your competitors, what to say, ads, what they have put, you can use this software, ads. Using this software, what you can do is you can copy each company's ads, what they have done, what they are going to do, how they have copied, what all keywords they use. See, look here, add text, site type, media type, technologies, gender, age, seen after, daily likes, total likes. So these types of things will be completely run by technology. So your competitor analysis, your customer onboarding, you will be doing every type of emails using email automation. So you can do thousands and thousands of email at a go using this software, Salesforce. Or you can use another software called NetCourse Market, marketing automation. So what are the benefits of this software? You can find answers, show only what they like, recommendation. You can push amplification, get your foot on the door, apply actionable app analytics, marketing consultancy, okay, based pricing, everything you can do using the software. Now, why I'm saying to you as by using some different examples is that you people who comes out of the university this year should look on sales process by using automation in the help of digital transformation technologies, because everything is what data based, engagement, analytics, multi-channel marketing, hyper personalization, everything is done using what digital transformation. Now, how to do competitor analysis? We can go here and type competitor analysis tools. So you can go here, this tools you can go, or you can search for this guy. This guy is a very good guy. He is very reputable in this field, which is called Neil Patel. He's an Indian guy of US. He's an Indian origin US guy. You can see many softwares like Uber Suggest. This is company software. Word. So that you can how other competitors has grown their traffic. So to understand of each, go to Google. See, we can understand this stack for this. Mix. We can use each company's technology stack. What all they have used for which technology other process, which technology has this, everything we can find out from it. Okay. So these are the tools which you can use. WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, promotion. These are the things which you capturing. You can use lead pages, Insta page, Lander. For marketing automation, you can use these tools, and for CRM, you can use this tool. For CRM, I can tell you another software which is called this thing. This is the CRM which you can use. This is the CRM which you can use. I can show you a video of this. So this is free. You can use this software for free, for limited resources. So what all things you will get here? Look here, chat and video, calendars, social intranet, emails, document management, user groups, HR system. Everything can be received from here. Now again we go to the other thing. So there are two sides of business which you can do using digital transformation. One is called B2B, that is business to business, and next one is called B2C, which is business to consumer. So business to business means you trade everything using. You have a business entity, you have a business with another business entity. Another thing is that B2C means you have a business, you will be talking directly to consumer. So I'll give you some examples of that. In sales, these are the companies. Look here. Normtech, Clavio, Argo, XITEE, Angie, Camera One, Atolon, RavenDB, InnovLabs, Webini, BrainHub, Anyhano, Devante. These are types of the companies which you can consider as B2B, business to business. So how to get these companies directly is using this software. This thing, LinkedIn. My profile is here. You can go to home. So from here, lead management, you have a software here called, look here, find leads. This thing. Inside to get analytics. Find leads. From here, you can go to a software called premium products. Sales Navigator team. This thing you can use for 1 month free. 1 month free trial today. Look here, it can be used for 1 month free. So where you can get 5 leads and accounts in your target market, get real-time insights from warm outreach, build trusted relationship with customer prospects. Sales Navigator includes partners per team, shared feedback, collaborate effectively with your teammates. What you can do in this 20 email messages, advanced lead search, lead recommendation and saved leads, all premium features, standalone sales interface, customer lead and account list, alerts and insights, online video courses. These things you can get in this software. The people who are in my friend list, if they are using this, can be seen in this way. This thing you have to learn very neatly. You can get my profile here. I am working with Facebook since 2018 for this project. Grow your business, grow your business in India and South Asia, and with Facebook from 2017 for a project called Boost Your Business. This is my profile. If any one of you friends, if they want to become a friend of me, can send a request to me in this thing. I can accept you and I can help you in your digital transformation career. Now again we see the buyer's journey. Research found that customers reported being nearly 60% through the sales process before engaging a sales representative. So they will understand you. What is your product? See, for example, if you, someone want to buy some product from Amazon, if they want to select a product, let us take this. In this thing, they will be researching and they will be finding out everything about it. Look here. Every technology, from the manufacturer, from the designer, how to grow, what are the positive side, what are the product information. Everything will be learned, and they will be getting question answers about this, customer support, and finally they will be looking for this customer review. By feature, by sturdiness, by giftable, how to review this product, video review, everything will be seen here. So the research found out that customers reported being nearly 60% through the sales process before engaging a sales representative, irrespective of the price point. So research find out that food, 32% research, people research before buying a food. Clothing, 44% people research before buying a product. Electronics, 64% research before buying a product. B2B, 75% people research before buying a product. So our business model will be in 3 stages. One is awareness, consideration, and decision. So awareness, we will use internet. Consideration, we will use internet. Decision, we will use internet. How to use awareness ads? So for that, as I have shown you in last slide, an African company from Malawi, that basket, they have trade awareness and consideration. What was that? See here. This company, how they are generating awareness. They are generating awareness that during these difficult times, your safety is our ultimate concern. Okay, so we will give you fruits that are not corona infected. We will go all out to ensure you are served. If you have groceries or vegetables you need, stay home, just send us a WhatsApp. That is what consideration. Look here. So they generated awareness using this thing, and they generated consideration using this thing, and they closed sales using this thing. See the beauty of it. So their awareness was generated this using this difficult times. The safety is our ultimate concern. We go all out to ensure you are served. If you have groceries or fresh vegetables, you need to stay at home. Just send us a WhatsApp, and we will deliver all across the long way. So awareness, consideration, and decision can be taken using this method. Okay. Now, always be closing. Using digital transformation, every time what you can do is you can close a deal very easily. So look this. Every time you sell a product or show a product or tell someone to see a product, your only ultimate aim using digital transformation channels as a salesperson should only be sell, sell, sell. And the customer's mindset should be buy, buy, buy. See, we show a car in red color that is pre-owned. So if you have less money, you can buy this car. If you have good money, buy this car in different shades, in different color, in different entree, different formats. So this will be the process of sales. What happened? The salesperson should, his mind should be every time considering sell, 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 and the other person should be considering buy, buy, buy. So B2B e-commerce is on the rise. B2B e-commerce is on the rise. You can see from 2015 to 2020, like 2014, you can see It's 692 billion. Now it is 1.132 trillion. So cumulative aggregate growth rate from 2015 to 2020 is around 7.7%. Share of the total B2B sales across United States of America is around 12.1%. That's all done through e-commerce sales. Forrester, the world's one of the richest research company, has said that 1 million US B2B salespeople will lose their job to self-service e-commerce by the year 2020. Look here. Self-service e-commerce. How do self-service can be done? Using these types of tools. Look here. These types of drones can be used for sales fulfillment. So we can come to the other conclusion that the way we buy is changing. We are doing competitor analysis. We are doing many types of platform research. We are doing many things to research about a product. So the way you sell needs to also to be changed. Okay, the way we buy is changing. Definitely, the way you sell needs to be changed. So door-to-door driven. Mind buying a vacuum cleaner in 1970s, it was in this way. It was media driven. I need a vacuum cleaner. You see the ad. 1980s. In 2000, it is in this way. In 2010, it is e-commerce driven. In 2020, see this, it is automation driven. Your house is a mess. Okay, so direct online sales, hypermarket, affiliate marketing, market sales, subscription, e-commerce, ownership in this format. So we'll go again. In 1970s, it was door-to-door salesperson comes to us. In 1980s, it was media driven using ads. In 2000s, it was the media driven using internet. In 2010s, it was e-commerce driven. So where that happened, look here, salesperson left. Okay, it was computer. The process has been reduced. Here only salesperson. Here what happened? You see ad. There is no salesperson. Here there is no salesperson. Again computer. There is no salesperson. Again you go to e-commerce. Here there is no salesperson. There is no computer. Nothing. Everything is automation tool. Everything is automation tool. So sensor-based passive buying expected to make up 15% of all purchases in 2020. I'll give you an example. So there is a refrigerator from Samsung which has a sensor inside. Okay. You have an entree of egg shelf. That egg shelf is being completed, is going to be completed by within 1 day. So this sensor will tell the other guy. This sensor will tell the other guy in the shop. He will send an information, a warning signal that my entree in my fridge is going to be completed within 1 day. Please refill it. This message will be sent to the customer. He will pay the amount. The sales agent will come, and so the drones will come and deliver the eggs. That the eggs can be put up by the customer in the fridge. So this is called a sensor-based passive buying expected to make 15% of all purchases. After Corona, I can tell you it is not 15%, 50% will be done in this way. Because Corona has accelerated the digital transformation process by, you can say, 50%. What you were expecting to see in 2030, you can see within 2022. This is the repertoire of or plethora of opportunity which has come in front of you can say in front of the companies who do this. On-demand prime service in 2020, customers will manage 85% of their relationship with a business without talking to a human being. See, that is sales automation. How you do sales automation? Go to this. Sales automation tools. Look here. Full automation you can do. So what are things you can do here? Okay. This is one of the platforms. I'll tell you what are things you can do. You can record and know. I'll give you an easy one. Salesforce. See, better visibility, higher sales per retailer, usability, action insights, optimized inventory, beat planning. So you can create, track and manage plans. You can automate supply chain, forecasting, planning and production. You can have intelligent analytics for maximum accuracy. You can have real-time product availability inside. You can have portfolio sales using promotion. Everything can be done. See, everyone has a plan till they get punched in the face. So how to set up a digital game? I'm going to wind up after this from web 1.0 to 2.0. So digital sales 1.0, how it was, LinkedIn profile, digital sales presentation, transfer, Dropbox sharing, CRM. Now using social networks, you can do it. So and you should have serendipity, so that is finding something good without looking for it. You should have that category. So digital sales, you should be a thought leader. The same book which I told you before, The War for Digital and the Game is On. So everything will be inbound. You don't have to find out a customer. You don't have to find a customer as such. Every customer will come to you because you are going to bombard your information using digital manufacturing, digital automation tools. Thereby, the digital automation tools inbound, every customer will inquire about your product. When they inquire about your product, you should be ready to have that customer support paradigm in there. So you should be an expertise, or you should be an expert in content and sales and conversational sales. So content sales is your expertise. For example, if I want to come to Malawi, I am going to ask you about some product, you should explain about the content. Okay. While you are explaining about that content, you should have a conversation with me. That is emotional plus intelligent. Intelligent sales will be content sales, and conversational sales will be personality sales. So digital sales 2.0, you should have social media. You should add personal value. So consultative selling, the salesperson learn about customer needs before talking. So you will have the solution. So you will have solution, and you will have the service, and you will have the setup. So you will have the solution, you will have the service, you will have the setup. This is digital sales. See this example. Leverage your metrics. So because everything is data driven, look here, from sales per lead, how much sales has been done, what is the percentage, how much change has been done. These things every week every salesman we can find out. So awareness, consideration in this one funnel, you build really using your social network, become a true thought leader, and become a pro consultant for your products and service. So people who don't spend 5 hours a week online learning will make themselves obsolete. So you should have a lifelong learning process in this. So thank you, students, for the opportunity which is bestowed upon me. I will be expecting some valuable questions from you people. Raj sir. Hello.
Thank you, sir. We received one questions from one of the participants. What are the digital transformation channels, and as a social worker, how are they relevant to?
No, I'm not able to that question once. Can you tell me that one question once again?
Actually, the one of the participants to the social worker. So, how is relevant to the digital transformation channels to them?
You see, digital transformation has a big. There are three types of entrepreneurs as we discussed yesterday. One is called an entrepreneur in social sector. One will be an entrepreneur on a business scale, and one will be an entrepreneur on a government scale. So, social sector digital transformation has a big way. I'll tell you what to do. Like a person from Africa, from the community, if he's into social sector, first of all, he should have a LinkedIn profile, neat and clean, explaining what all things he are doing, what all services he can do, and what all are the sectors which he accustomed to. And after that, he should have email marketing tools such as MailChimp. This software he can use.
Thank you for the answer, sir. I hope.
Yeah, this thing he can use.
Yeah,
This
please.
software. Sorry, this thing. So first of all, he should have a social credential, so that for this social entrepreneur, he should have a neat LinkedIn profile, neat Twitter profile, and he should use an email automation, email marketing tools such as MailChimp, so that he can send his information to the credible leads where they can have a channel partner with. Hello, Rajmohan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Any other questions, participants? Mr. Ladeep, sir, I hope everyone has understood your concept very well.
Okay.
After we faced the
Rajmohan
technical
sir, how
issue
was the
yesterday.
class? How was the class?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's really wonderful, your presentations. Yesterday, we faced some of the technical issues in our resource person area. Now, hopefully, we received all the information also today. And you are given the valuable information about digital transformation and yesterday topics also really wonderful. On behalf of DMI St. John the Baptist University and DMI St. Eugene University, I really thank you, sir, for your wonderful presentation. And thank you, participants.
Thank you for the wonderful opportunity which has bestowed upon me. I am very grateful and kindful that you have given me a chance for a wonderful set of audience. And I apologize for the problems which has been faced yesterday. It was due to some technical issues which faced at my end. It was not at all a problem. A very good morning to gentlemen and gentlewomen of St. Baptist and Eugene University in beautiful countries of Malawi and Zambia. And I hope that we can have future sessions also in the future. And I hope that we can meet also in person after Corona's pandemic has been over. Thank you, sir. Thank you, and God bless you, and all the best for your careers of students and people. May God enlighten everyone to the highest attained position. And I should end my note saying that you people are very vibrant, very energetic, very young, very dynamic, and you people have very much positive, unexplored areas in your city, which you can use to your bestowed opportunity. I, as a very small person, have only shed some lights to some very small areas where I can talk in this small time. But in future, I hope that we can also have a good relationship. And for the students who are there, I can tell them that I will be free to chat any concern of them using LinkedIn. And I will appreciate Mr. Raj Mohan also to have a chat, to have a connection with me in LinkedIn, so that we can have future repertoire and agree and future what you can say, future learning programs where we can cooperate and participate. And may God bless you all. Very happy good morning to you, and thank you for the service. Thank you for the opportunity which you have given to me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you, participants. We can see the time tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.